If Slender Man had a human form, this guy would be him. Meet Matěj Peňáz, middleweight fighter from the Czech Republic, standing at 6 feet 3 inches tall with a reach of 83 inches that terrorizes his opponents inside the cage. As a kid, Matěj was hyperactive and therefore was introduced to martial arts by his father, who was also a Thai boxing and kickboxing coach. At first, he was competing in semi-contact kickboxing disciplines. Later on, he switched to full-contact kickboxing. In 2018, Matěj signed a contract with the largest kickboxing organization, Glory, where he fought 4 matches. His first match was scheduled on 20th of October, 2018 at Glory 60 against French fighter Matěj Money. Matěj won in the second round via doctor stoppage. Next fight took place on 9th of March, 2019 at Glory 64 against Surinamese Dutch kickboxer Donovan Wiss. This marked Matěj's first loss at Glory as he was sent to the canvas with a straight right at the beginning of the round number 2. 28 seconds to the end of the round, Matěj was sent back to the canvas once again via straight right to the body. On 22nd of June, 2019, Matěj faced another Frenchman, Matthieu Siva, at Glory 66, in a match from which Matěj emerged victorious via KO in the round number 1. His last fight took place on 26th of October at Glory 70. At the beginning of the round 2, Matěj caught Yassine with a right hook which resulted in 8-second count. Yassine waved off the match after getting tagged with a straight left to the head. Matěj first gained more publicity after participating in a tournament called OKTAGON Underground, a special tournament where matches would take place in a cage, while fighters would wear MMA gloves. There would be 3 3-minute rounds. All stand-up techniques were allowed as well as clinching and stand-up submissions. Takedowns were also allowed, but fighters had to control their opponent on the ground for 3 seconds to consider the takedown successful. The match would end after 3 countdowns in 1 round or 4 countdowns during the whole match. First fight was against Matěj Hrkal. During the match, Peňáz pummeled his opponent with vicious combinations while successfully defending few takedowns. The match was stopped after this combination close to the end of the first round. Next fight was against Adam Dvoracek, where Matěj again showed his striking skills. But Dvoracek fought well and was able to knock Matěj down with an overhand left. In the end, Matěj won the match by decision. Third and final match of the Czech side of the tournament was against Jakub Klauda. In this match, Matěj took matter into his own hands and sent Klauda to the canvas twice to win the match by knockout. Matěj was supposed to face the winner of the Slovak side of the tournament, Vlasto Chepo, but had to withdraw due to elbow injury. During the preparation for the tournament, Matěj got familiar with MMA-style training for the first time. And after his successful run in the OKTAGON Underground, he was offered a fight under MMA rules. His MMA debut was scheduled on November 21, 2020 at OKTAGON 18, where he faced Patryk Jevitsky. Matěj started the match with a high kick to the head, but Patryk caught his leg and took him down. Matěj was able to stand up and defend another takedown attempt. In the process, Patryk ate few shots and another high kick to the head while shooting for a takedown. Matěj then finished the match with a jab cross. Matěj proceeded to run through his next 3 opponents, Romain Debian, Carlos Graca, Mateusz Strzelczyk, On 30th of December, 2021, Matěj had his first ever main event against tough opponent, Sheikh Cohn from Ivory Coast. Close to the end of the first round, Sheikh and Matěj exchanged a lot of shots, while Sheikh landed a powerful overhand right. In the second round, Matěj threw a barrage of clean strikes, however Sheikh was able to sneak in some counter punches as well. Close to the end of the second round, it seemed like Matěj would be able to finish the bout, but Sheikh survived and the fight moved on to the third round. About 30 seconds to the third round, Matěj landed a clean left, followed by another set of strikes to win the fight. Matěj's last opponent before getting invited to Dana White's Contender Series was Italian fighter Giovanni Melillo, who was one of the few guys that spent more than one round in the cage with Matěj. In the first round, Melillo countered Matěj's straight left with an overhand right, followed by a high kick. Melillo knew it wasn't a good idea to exchange strikes with Matěj, so he went for takedowns instead. And it seemed like all he could do was taunting. So this meant a decision win for Matěj. On 30th of August, 2022, Matěj took on Cendrix Dumas in Dana White's Contender Series. As the match started, Cendrix rushed forward and took Matěj to the ground while ending up in a mount. From there, Matěj started to bridge and push Cendrix's leg away. As he was turning towards Cendrix, he got caught in a guillotine choke. After his unsuccessful debut in DWCS, Matěj returned to Octagon, where he was given Brazilian fighter Joel dos Santos, whom he finished in 2 minutes and 3 seconds of the first round. Almost a year later, Matěj fought against Norwegian fighter Ole Magner. As usual, the fight didn't take too long, and after 29 seconds it was done in one. Matěj's latest fight took place at Octagon 52 against former Cage Warriors middleweight champion Matthew Bonner. Matthew used the same strategy as Giovanni Melillo and tried to take Matěj down numerous times during the match. However, in 4 minutes and 43 seconds of the second round, Matěj landed a painful body shot, which sent Bonner to the ground. Later in 2024, Matěj was set as a backup for a title fight between the middleweight champion Patrick Kinzel and Vlasto Chepo. However, Patrick got injured, and due to some miscommunication between Matěj, Vlasto, and Octagon management, the replacement main event was off. The main problem was the disagreement in whether the match between Peňáz and Chepo should be for the interim belt or just a normal 3-by-5-minute match. Peňáz wanted it to be for the interim belt, while Chepo wanted the latter option. After this incident, it is possible that Peňáz will leave Octagon for another MMA promotion. Nonetheless, Matěj Peňáz is the name you should remember by now, and sooner or later we will definitely see him in the UFC. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.